Moves with Myth 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a motherfucking movie. So, guys, today we're going to be discussing, modern American black women, and we're going to be discussing why is the reason that a lot of these ladies, will rather be single mothers and still yet, and now a lot of them on husbands and can't find a husband. So, guys, if you like content like this, if you like the truth, you ready to come out the light, out of the darkness into the light, then this might be the channel for you. So, first and foremost, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys thumbs up the video and share. So, one thing that I can say about modern American black women, from what I have seen ever since I was younger, is that a lot of these ladies in the black community, they don't mind going to go get a boyfriend. They don't mind shacking up with a guy, creating life. But the sad part about it is that a lot of these ladies are creating life in the black community, and one end up running the baby father off, for various reasons. Two, she's not. Two, she doesn't even, consider the possibility of marriage to the guy that she chose to have a child with. And one thing that I noticed that I really didn't pay attention to when I was a child, what I noticed that from a lot of my cousins, I got a bunch of female cousins, they would consistently end up pregnant, with no husband, just boyfriend. And a lot of them have multiple baby daddies. And what I noticed a trend, no matter what state I went to in the black community, I noticed that a lot of modern women were walking around with children from either one to multiple different baby daddies. And some of these ladies didn't even know who their baby daddy was. Let's keep it real. A lot of you ladies still don't know who your baby daddy is. And the sad part about it is, hold on. Aunt Becca says she knows who her baby father is. Congratulations. Congratulations. I hope you guys stuck in it together for the sake of the kids. Because the kids don't ask to be here. Children do not ask to be here. And the sad part about it is, what I noticed was, guys, let me go ahead and put Nate in timeout for 10 minutes. And Nate, you in timeout for 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get you out of here because you are already talking crazy, you know. And now, in the black community, us modern American black people, we unconsciously follow entertainment. So what happens is, guys, what happened is a lot of these rappers and R&B singers in the black community, since modern American black people glorize rap stars and entertainers so much, you know, all them old school songs, knocking boots, you know, half on a baby by R. Kelly. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Half on a baby, a little boy and girl. Man, these girls are making love to that. And now, since the pot was too hot, the pot was too hot, she couldn't sit down and wait for the husband. Now, these same modern American black women are angry. Yes, the angry stereotype is real. I have did my research. The angry black woman stereotype is real. And what I noticed is that a lot of these ladies who made mistakes in their past and decided that they didn't want to be in the adult and stick with the guy who gave them that baby, and they were like, man, I'm gonna put you on child support, I'm gonna run you off. Then they end up meeting another guy doing the same thing. That's why a lot of them ladies have multiple different baby daddies. And now, let's say 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, these ladies are looking for husbands. Let me say it again. These same modern women are out here looking for husbands. And most guys with common sense is not about to be a stepdaddy. For all you guys who are stepfathers, congratulations. For, a woman convinced you with the box to raise another man's children. You wanted the box so much that you went to raise another man's kids. When that is her responsibility, that's her family's responsibility, that's her baby father's responsibility, that's his family's responsibility for them to take care of that child. Not a man with no children. Guys, come on. What sense does it make for a man with no children to go marry a baby mother? A lot of you guys get the Sucker of the Year award. A lot of you guys, if you got with a baby mom and you taking her seriously, like you trying to marry her and stuff like that, there's something wrong with you. Hold up, guys. Let me go get my charger. There's people in the comments who are mentally challenged, guys, so bear with me. Let me say that again. There's people in the comments who are mentally challenged, so please bear with me. Let me go get my phone charger. So, guys, the question is, how many of you guys mothers in the black community or any community was mean to you because she was taking her frustration out on you because you look just like your baby daddy? You look just like you look just like her baby father. You know. So what I'm gonna do is I hope you guys are subscribed to the channel. This is to kill all the noise in the comments because my moderators are not in here yet. So anyone who is in the comments, nobody will be able to see it unless you're a subscriber. So we're gonna do that for the next 20 minutes. So only subscribers can comment. That's how we're gonna kill all that noise. You know. And the sad part about it, guys, the sad part about it is just because a lot of modern American black women have made mistakes in the past, it doesn't necessarily make them bad women. They might still look good, might still be attractive, might still be thick, beautiful, got youth, you know. But when most men who respect themselves enough, you know, when most men who respect themselves enough and are responsible people and they understand that a life, you know, a child, there's a child in this picture, then most guys will walk the other way. But what I noticed is that a lot of guys who deal with baby mothers, these just be guys who don't have any options. You know, your low value men. You know, you see, a lot of you guys can't even, only subscribers can comment. And now I can't see none of the hate. If you ain't subscribed, you know, if you ain't subscribed to this YouTube channel, your comment is not showing. So if you commenting on the video, I can't see it. Nobody else can see it. You know, so if you want your comment to be seen, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And then leave a comment. You see, we live in a time period of modern American black women. For the most part, you have different types of modern American black women. You know, you have your hood chick. You have your project chick. You have your hood chick. You have the modern American black woman who is, let's say, proper. You know, one of the modern American black woman that a lot of white guys will probably date because she talks proper. You know, she's decent. You know, she goes to school, get educated. She's in the books. You know, she's probably haven't been raised in the hood like that, or she might have been raised in the hood, but she's very proper. That's the third type of modern American black woman. Then you got the modern American black woman that's a single mother. You know, usually the hood chick, the project chick, the singer, the sing. Then you got the single mother whose emotions are all over the place. You know, we see it all the time. No matter if we at a fast food restaurant or If we are at any retail store, and if a modern American black woman has an issue with somebody, if she feels that somebody has wronged her, trust me, everybody's gonna know about it. Because a lot of these women, a lot of these women cannot hold their coffee. They can't hold their emotions. Somebody says something wrong, they can't ignore it. They're gonna go off, and usually these be the single mothers. They think a lot of them think they so powerful because they done had a baby, which the system is messed up. The system is messed up because usually back in the day, the man, if he had them children, those children are his. After they're born, the woman can leave all she wants to, but those kids stay with him. Now we live in a system where modern women are the parents. So guys, right now, if you guys like content like this, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. The only comments that I can see is from members of this YouTube channel, subscribers. If you're subscribed, we can see your comments. If you super chat, we can see those super chats. If you send a gift, we can see those gifts. And if you send a super sticker, we can see those super stickers. And guys, make sure you guys most of the time they be traumatized by their past relationship. So no matter how good you is, she's gonna always try to compare you to the last man who did her some type of way. Usually that's her baby daddy. Because having a child with somebody, that takes, a lot of work. You guys know that. And usually she's gonna compare you unconsciously to her baby father, and you come in a relationship and you don't even have any children with her. You ain't got no kids. But she expects you. A lot of modern American black women expect you to come into a relationship already successful and have to handle them. We done heard ladies say this all the time. I am the table. There's no way possible a woman can be a table. There's no way possible a woman, especially when she has a man of value, there's no way possible she can be a table, period. No woman can come around and not pull her weight. Period. If you're the type of dude who let any type of chick come around you and you pillow talking to this chick, then you get what you deserve. Facts, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're on subscriber only mode. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do any of you guys want to go to a black community and meet a modern American black woman with children, and you got $200,000-300,000. You got a new Corvette, a new house, and you gonna go off and marry. How many of you guys want to do that? How many of you guys want to go to the black community and marry a modern American black woman? I'm waiting. I am waiting. You know, it's sad. Absolutely sad. The best bet you have. Most men are not getting married these days. Most men have figured out that they can go get a woman and not have to get married. You know, they can go get a chick and they can forever be bachelors. They can forever be single and not worry about the headache of knowing that this chick got you by the balls, and now when she gets upset at you and then she talks about divorce, you don't have to worry about her taking any types of resources out of your kingdom. Because as you guys know, guys, all of us as men, this is our kingdom. You know, your money is your kingdom. When you buy a house, that's your fort. That's your kingdom. When you buy a business, that's your kingdom. And can you imagine going to get with a single mother who's not the mother of your children? She has more children than the kids you got with her. You probably got one child with this chick. Shout out to all you dudes who got one child with a single mother after she already got 3-4 kids. You know, so if you become successful, all them bad kids that she got who be talking crazy to you, saying you ain't my daddy, you know, and stuff like that. If you end up marrying her, which most men know, if you end up marrying a chick, then what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up kids that's not even yours, you know, sitting around eating popsicles and candy with $200,000 because you had a $400,000 house and you had to sell the house to get her half, or you have to get her the whole house because she got the kids. And if you only got one car, she got to get that car too. This is the main reason why a lot of you ladies who are single mothers who didn't stay with your baby father is out of luck, man. Because most modern men is waking up and they're not going for it. You know, guys are not trying to lose their resources. You know, it ain't. I can't tell you how many times, you know, modern American women have walked away, have just entered a relationship. What's that lady name? Hit the comments. If you guys want to hit the comments, you got to be subscribed. If you want to hit the comments, you have to be subscribed. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. But most of the time, a lot of these guys that we're learning from just met the chick, fell in love, fell victim, start thinking with his little head, not his big head. And after 6 months, after a year, after she done laid up, then she feel like she done got tired of you, and she thinking about Pookie and Ray Ray down the street, or her exes. She like, oh, it's time. I'm about to divorce him. You know, nobody wants to be in that situation. That's why now modern men are much more intelligent. You know, I remember it was a time modern women still was using men crazily like they still do. Modern women still use us, you know, to their full potential. But I remember it was a time before most modern men, a lot of us didn't know what was going on when females was just running the bag up, you know, just because she was a female and she was looking sad. A lot of these ladies know psychology, guys. A lot of these ladies can tell if you're weak or if you're not weak. So is everybody ready to be good now? Is everybody ready to be good? Because I'm going to turn the chat back on. You know. Alright, there we go. The chat should be back rolling. The chat should be back rolling. So do anybody in the comments got anything that they want to share? You know, about modern American that having, like, you either became a stepdaddy or not. That's crazy. We're waiting on the comments, guys. We are waiting on comments. And the crazy part about it is, every time I put on subscriber only mode and I come back to the regular comments, it's like, I'm like, down. Do I need a new phone? You know, nobody. Squisher Squeak Rose said, how? You just gotta get the swishers. You just gotta get the swishers. That's it. You know, Squisher Squeak Rose. Just get them swishers, you know. What's your opinion? Money or women? Money. Amen. Cunningham. Guys, money is always, as long as you have money and you're rising as a man, you're gonna have women. Period. Long as you have money, Sergio Madrano said, "I love women. Most straight men love women, but we do not. A lot of us are tired of getting, you know, taken advantage of, guys. A lot of modern women are out here taking advantage of guys. You know, stealing, like hitting them where it hurt, taking the kids. You know, you done married this chick, and then next thing you know, you done realize she having a affair with somebody else, and she don't even care." Man Cunningham said, "Thanks, you're welcome, brother. You know, money always, as long as you're on your purpose, even if you are working a job, you know, and you get money, you got something going on for yourself, you're gonna attract women, and the more money you attract, and the more money that you make, the more women you're gonna attract. But guys, as you guys know, women are just like women are just like if you was to go fishing, meaning that when you got a lot of money, and when you got a lot of money, you pick the good fish, you test them, and pick the good fish and keep it. It's just like when you're fishing, you know, you're fishing, you be like, oh, you look at the fish, too small, argumentative, you know. So when you got cash, you got a lot of women, because women will flatter you. You know, we done all read the Bible, guys. And if you have money, you're not just a target for bad people. You're not just a target for you're a target for a lot everybody, women too. So where are you guys from? What city do we have in the chats today? What city do we have in the chats today? Where y'all from? Hit the chats. What city are you from? And do anybody need any advice? Any type of advice? DA is in Washington D.C. I haven't been in Washington D.C. I went to college in Baltimore, and I know Baltimore and D.C. I don't know, kind of beef or whatever like that, you know. But you know, my dad was in the military. I was in Annapolis. I graduated high school in Annapolis, Maryland, and then I went to college in Baltimore, and I just go to D.C. all the time. I know a lot of good people from that area right there. There's a lot of good people in that area, like good black people, bro. Good African American black people, and other races as well. We're not racist, you know. Yeah, the chats. Hey, I done ran everybody off. Da, I ran everybody off earlier. I put the subscriber mode on, and all the people with the crazy comments got out the building. Thank God. You know. So who else do we have in here? Did anybody got any questions? Anybody have any questions? Anybody need any type of advice with um their current state in life? You know, if anybody needs any help, that's what this community is here for, bro. crazy. I ran all the haters off, man. Ran all the haters off. So guys, we got our man Cunningham back in the building. She said I need to give her at least 7 gifts and $600 a year, but I'll only make $37,000 a year, and I have my own rent. I'm ready to leave. That's crazy. You know, first and foremost, you got to think about it, man. You have to think about it. To give her 600 a month towards rent. You know, if you're in a situation, if well, what I would do, you know, usually I charge for this, guys. I charge for this game. You know, I'm at damn. That's how them low down gold diggers be. So I'm at this. What I would do if she wanted $600 a month, and she let you, you know, if she wants $600 a month from you, then that means that you should have a talk with her and tell her that if I'm gonna give you $600 a month, you know, towards rent, and you're thinking about leaving and stuff, and if leaving is gonna make you homeless, and this is the best spot you got right now, just tell her, like, you know, you can be able to have your own relationships. Like, you know, like, stop. Don't treat her like a girlfriend no more. Just treat her like this is a business, meaning that you are a tenant and you're paying her rent, and you need your own room. If y'all in a one-bedroom place and she wants you to pay $600 a month, you know, and that means, you know, if she's paying the other half and y'all in a one-bedroom, then she might be the one for you, bro. You know, she might, you know, it's just she in a position, you know, it just depends. It all depends. You know, you gotta give me some more info on that. Bubble Beauty says so. 600 a month rent is nothing. Nah, you see, Bubble Beauty, you don't even understand what's going on. She wants $600 a month for rent, you know, and so I imagine that the rent is more than $600, you know, and I don't know if this chick is his girl or what, but if she's just looking at money and she's a gold digger, or if she's wifey, then 600 a month, that's the least you can do, bro. If you stand there, now honestly, I advise you to get your own crib. You know, if you can. Don't stay with no chicks. You know, I really wouldn't want to stay with nobody these days, you know, but you gotta, you know, get your own crib. Admin Cunningham said he got his own apartment. Just because you put a hat on don't mean your hair don't need to be brushed. You're right, Tyler. I'm actually trying to grow my dreads back because I'm getting old and I'm losing hair. Certified Leo 3 said, "Can I get a mod?" Right now my mods are full. The live is not jumping like that right now. You know what I'm saying? The live is, we got 12 people in here, like, and the comments not really going like that, and there's nobody really talking too crazy to get kicked out. So, um, the only way I, I will make you a mod, like, either get a membership to this channel and keep that membership, get a membership to the channel, and yeah, super chat a price, you know. But guys, make sure you get the memberships up. So, Peyton Wallace said, "Heavens no, what good people? What you talking about?" So I ain't no pimp. Cash Bandit 417 said, "I ain't no pimp, but I get my feet done every other 2 weeks and wear Sue loafers, feeling like walking out with someone." I mean, hey, if you got that flavor like that, my God, you know, a lot of dudes, a lot of us, we're in that age range where women are expecting us to have assets and stuff, so they trying to extract from us all the time. You know, when we try to date a chick, and then she come up with an idea, but the whole idea that she got is buying her some shoes, taking her to get her nails done, which you supposed to do if that's your woman. Not if you just going out on a date with her. I'm not about to get your hair done and I'm going out on a date with you. You ain't my chick. DA said, you a simp. It's the opposite. What our man just said. Hey, do you pimp? No, I don't pimp at all. I have, I got daughters, bro. You know, I got daughters. Like, my mindset, like, no, I don't pimp nothing. They're not trying to pimp nothing. Splitting bills with any woman, black or white, is a lose situation. This could be a fact. I mean, most of the time, in reality, this what he just said is a fact. It's going to be a lose situation, no matter what, because you're staying with a woman, and women get emotional, and then if she's not mature enough to just accept that you about to bring another chick to the crib and smash because you just paying rent, you know what I'm saying, and we ain't got nothing going on, then, Elisa say women weaponize, period. As you should. I think anybody these days should, money should weaponize money. Not weaponize, but protect it, because money is power. With money, you can buy freedom. But you ain't got to go to work. You can buy time where you can take that vacation you wanted to take. You can buy businesses to bring in more money. You can buy properties, since dudes want to pimp and they have women. I pay lights. Lisa said I pay light bills, not the heavy stuff. You see, guys, that I mean, If you had a woman like Lisa, and she was your baby mother, that's great. Like, and then I'm pretty sure if the dude was having issues a month or a couple of months, and he was bringing in money, she'll still put money on the rent too, right? So that'll be a fair deal. But the problem is, a lot of ladies act like they're going to do something. A lot of you ladies act like you're going to do stuff, and then if you feel some type of way, you'll switch it up real fast. I don't nag, and I split bills. That's sad because I pay, honestly, like, I pay 100% of the bills in my household. And you want to know why I pay 100% of the bills in my household? Because I'm working, and the only person my wife will work for is me. So once I create a coffee shop or something like that, or business, or a wife's job is to watch my children, raise my children, keep the house clean, cook, take out the trash. Yup, take out the trash because it ain't no wrong with taking out the trash. I don't know why y'all wouldn't be tripping. You know, and the good thing about that is, like, a man needs full control of his woman. Like, if you come in a relationship and you got money, we ain't worrying about your money. But at the same time, you're gonna, in ways, we're gonna know what type of person you is, because we know as real man that we're gonna pay all the bills anyway. So if you're gonna break bread, and not be shysty and not be like, oh, this is my money, we'll test you and we'll know what type of chick you is, and then we won't pay all the bills. It's psychology. I leave real fast. I leave real fast. But I ask somebody. Stop. You will pay all the bills. I mean, guys, you got to think about it, guys. If you, like me, I'm married, guys. I'm married. I have kids that I care about. And the world is corrupt, and I don't want nobody to influence my mind. So my wife has more time to create online businesses. She has time to sit here and create food, different types of food, grocery shop, change my kids' pampers, take them to school. So my thing is, if I was willing to marry a woman and she wants to be with me, I would not leave that woman. Why would I leave a woman who has my kids and wants to be with me? Think about that. Like, I would be dead wrong for doing that. So as long as my wife wants me, loves me, not being disrespectful, and stuff like that, I'm gonna go do what I gotta do, bro. You know, that's why a lot of you guys be seeing these bags under my eyes and be like, "Oh, this fool, he high." No, that's just how I look, because I'm always looking at everybody. I'm always paying attention. I work. Bubba Beauty said, I work full time, pay half of all the bills, and come home, cook, clean, and tend to my man, some women are just lazy. Facts. These are facts. Like I said, there is, like, any woman has the potential to be a great woman. Any woman can be a great woman. But the thing about it is, a lot of times, like, a lot of us, when we meet women, like, when you're a man and then a woman likes you and y'all are like, y'all get like brothers and sisters, like fam and stuff like that. And then she got to learn what makes you upset. And now, a lot of times you got to, like, if you can break through her mask, and get an understanding, she could be a good woman. But a lot of guys don't have time for that. A lot of guys not, a lot of times, like, women have issues before they come into a relationship. Meaning that if she has past traumas, if she thinks about going to the club every day and you're not with clubbing, but at the same time, if she met the right dude to actually talk to her, she probably could be a good woman. But no, she's not. But I agree that there's a lot of sprinkles of good women still out here, guys. She needs to want a family. Lisa got a point. What Lisa say? Jesus commanded us to love one another. As long as you happy, that's good. In my book, unless you have a ring, you're a roommate. No, that's not necessarily true. As long as you have a ring, you're a roommate, because you have to, like sometimes, like, you guys, people would get together and move in together, and then if y'all fall in love, because usually that's where you're gonna fall in love at. It's in the crib together, because you waking up, you waking up with that lingerie on, cooking eggs. I'm chilling, playing the PlayStation, about to go to work. You treated me good, and then, usually, if a guy's gonna marry you, it's gonna be right there, like, he's gonna go for it. But nowadays, guys are scared. Guys are out here terrified to marry. You see, I said when I married my wife, guys, and I have 3 kids. All of my kids are beautiful, and they got my features, but they way beautiful than me, And I said that if I marry you, then if nothing works out, if we don't work out, it's still my duty to take care of you because you have my kids. Like, there's no way around it. Like, if I become successful, I still got to take care of my kids. But at the same time, if we're married, then, it's like we're together, bro, like, forever. Yeah, I used to be young and running the streets. You know what I'm saying? I used to be young, running the streets and stuff, messing with this chick. And like I said, a lot of chicks got issues. When you meet a chick, she might be your wife, and y'all might be arguing, but this woman probably still is your wife, and you don't even know it. But some people can't get past the argument. The argument get too big for them, and then they separate. You would never run in the streets. Why are you lying to strangers? You talking about running the streets? I used to live. You talking about running the streets? I used to live in the streets for years. So what fake hood stuff are you talking about? So I used to live. I slept on cardboard boxes. You know, I just slept in abandoned apartments. I didn't just found a spot on the concrete and just laid down and went to sleep. Because the one thing about it, if you can't afford a property, or if you ain't and you ain't trying to go, I didn't want to go back to Memphis to the hood, so I stayed in Atlanta, and I didn't know how to maneuver through life because nobody taught me. You know what I'm saying? And I was homeless off and on for about 7, 8 years. So it ain't nothing you can tell me. They're talking about you ain't never been in the streets, nigga. I lived in the streets. What are you talking about? And I not only lived in the streets in Atlanta, I branched off. I used to go from Atlanta when that mega bus started hitting, catch a $30 ticket to Houston, and then catch that, and then I'd be in Houston, sleep outside every day. And a lot of you guys can't. A lot of you guys can't even imagine what I've been through, and then stay positive, and then I would go back to Atlanta. Then I would go to Orlando, Florida, and I slept outside for years. All of my young adulthood, guys, I was homeless. These are facts. What are you talking about? Like, I strategically am in a position where I am because of what I've been through. I done slept in the snow, homeboy. You talking about I ain't been in the streets. I done slept in the snow. Meaning that I went to sleep, and when I woke up, in the middle of the night, it's snowing. And you so tired. And you hop back under all your stuff, and it's still snowing. I not only been in the streets, I've been in the streets in multiple states. I'm always in the streets. Well, not no more, but why you think I'm so wise? I be trying to get y'all information on here. Like, I can't believe, like, y'all crazy talking about I'm lying. I'm like, really? Like, I live. Like, I remember I used to go to Houston, right? In Houston, it would be 100 degrees in the summertime. It would be 100 degrees in the summertime. And nobody out there in Houston, I love Houston, nobody out there was selling cold drinks. Man, I would come out there, buy me a cooler, sleeping outside with my cooler. Buy me a cooler, go to the train station, and make 100 a day. I'm selling headphones. Well, I got money in my pocket. I'm sleeping on the bench. People think I'm broke. I'm sleeping on the bench outside, homeless. Homeless to where everybody knows I'm homeless. Know I've been homeless for a long time. And now I'm not homeless. And now I can teach guys to get out of the homeless situation faster than I did. I was stuck in the homeless situation and I escaped by the grace of God, bro. I didn't want to work a job. I didn't want to sell drugs. I just want to hustle. And when I hustle, I sell stuff. I buy stuff like when crackheads have portable chargers that they just stole from the store and they got them in a bulk. I buy all that. Dollar shots, cigarettes. I'm in the streets. What are you talking about? I'm always in the streets. And now I'm working all the time. Arctic Justice said, then you are broke. This is crazy. Let me show you some art. Let me show you something. As long as you, bruh, I keep money, bruh. Money doesn't go, you know, as far as me, bro. Like if you see me, the money's somewhere close. I am the money, homeboy. You know, I'm overly protective of money. I don't need y'all to super chat me to get no money because I know I'm gonna go to work in the morning. Y'all ain't got to super chat, send no gifts. Y'all ain't got to do that. I ain't worrying about that because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get me anyway. Ain't nobody worrying about y'all. You know, that's why we need our black man and churches. We need to scrub this individual crowd so our women, children, and men can uplift each other. And that's the main issue that's going on in the black community. Anyway, is that that's the main thing that's happening in the black community. Anyway, guys, is like that's what I see. Like people not supporting each other in the black community. Like when one person see you rising, you know, you might be wanting to go to work and focus and stay to yourself. Then other people be like, man, you changing. You know, you changing. And then they try to keep you up late so you be late for work. You be tired while you at work messing with people. Can you say something that I need to do? Go back and build a relationship with God. Guys, the one thing I'm gonna tell you, if you ever been homeless before and you wasn't mental or a druggie, trust me, you have a relationship with God. I've been baptized. There was this one chick that I met in Houston, and she was sexy, and she was a church girl, but she didn't really like me like that. She just really wanted to get me to the church because I was homeless, you know. And I went because I thought I was a Mac Daddy on her, you know. And then she got me baptized. You know, she tricked me, man. Yeah, she tricked me and got me baptized. Buck Killer said hi. What's up, man? Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and thumbs up the video. She just told me she have no spend a week. She doesn't spend. And by the way, I should learn from her. That's how can I have a no spend week. Facts. Facts. You know, sometimes you gotta, you know, it ain't worth the arguments most of the time, guys. It ain't worth them arguments, man. Thanks for subbing, Buck Killer. After the '60s, our community declined. No, us as American black people, like a lot of times, like for a lot of us, you will see that for a lot of people in the black community, there's no hope for them. And but you have to think about not just the black community in America, but the black community all over the world. America is just where we're from. But there's black people all over the world. The black people in America have issues. You know, and a lot of them are not going to change no matter what you do. So all you can do is worry about yourself. I'm tired of trying. I've been trying to change people all my life. You know, you can't change nobody who don't want to be changed, bro. Usually people don't change until something happens, something drastic that happens or something like that. Butt killer. If you want me to switch the topic, butt killer, man, get a membership. Either get a membership to this YouTube channel or send a super chat, brother. And I'll switch the topic. We can't change, but we can pray. I'm gonna tell you like this, guys. If you know, I understand. I'm not disrespecting no religion or nothing like that. But you can sit back and pray all you want to. But if you don't get up with action, then ain't nothing gonna happen for you. You sitting there waiting for Jesus to come back, thinking that God gonna just drop $1 million on you. You praying for a Lamborghini? Come on, it's not gonna happen. You ever battled with any type of drug addiction? No, I didn't have a drug addiction. I was just young and stubborn. I was young and stubborn. I've been to college. As soon as I was in college, and then as soon as I left college, I ended up homeless for like 7 years. Yeah, and never had a drug addiction. Butt killer said, "All right, I'll send you 100 if you tell me your thoughts." What thoughts, a butt killer? My thoughts on what? All right, so the paid protesting, is this? I don't really like. I don't really pay attention to that. You can't. And that's my true response to that. That I don't pay attention. Like I be seeing stuff about the protests and stuff like that. But when you marry and you got kids and you got to go to work and you're thinking about how to come up, how to get this money, how to start businesses, and your mind just going and going and going, and you ain't got no time of the day. I don't even be paying attention to all that, bro. Like I don't even care because there's always gonna be something that comes around to distract you, bro. The paid protesting is a distraction, if you ask me, and that's my answer. Lisa said you overcame so much. I'm proud of you. Focus on all your blessings, your family. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's me. Always been like that. So what city are you guys from? Where are you guys texting from today? Where you guys messaging from? Dominique said he's in Canada. I gotta go there one day. Wow, now that's dope. No drug addiction. No drug addiction at all. Lisa's in the Chi-Town. Now you see how people do you though. You see how people do you. This is why I don't answer questions, you know, because Buck Killer and tricked me and said he gonna cash out me 100 if I tell him my thoughts, and he straight lied to me. Straight, and that's usually what people do, guys. That usually is what people do. So you got to be careful, because your life, even if you think it's going bad, somebody else wish they was in your shoes. You know. Errol Senegal said, "Money moves." I'm glad. Oh yeah, for sure, brother. Yeah, I got a lot of knowledge and stuff. A lot of knowledge and stuff for people that people really want to hear. I just got out of rehab 8 days ago, and staying clean is hard, but I'm doing it. I enjoy being sober. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. You know what I'm saying? When I was homeless, what I learned, guys. I learned, like, I was in Atlanta. I loved Atlanta because I was homeless. I still had chicks because I'm a young man, muscular. I looked good back in the day, but now I'm getting old and stuff, you know. And what I noticed is all the homeless people congregate together. Your druggies, your mental patient, even the new people, the new people who are homeless, the people who congregate everybody in the homeless community. If you're homeless and you want to be successful, don't go around the homeless community. And it took me like 5-6 years to realize that. As soon as I left, I started coming up. As soon as, like, I was still homeless, but I left the homeless community. Meaning that all the homeless people, when you see them, usually they're sleeping together. They're all sleeping together. They'll find an area and they always sleep together. What you do is, because you're working, you're trying to stay low key, all the other homeless people, they're going to be there. They're going to be homeless. A lot of them not going to come from being homeless. And I used to go to the suburbs and go to spots by myself. So that way, you know, because I knew I was trying to get money and stuff, so I had money, you know. And then, you know, a lot of times I'm a man, so shout out to the homeless, to a lot of chicks who fucked with me while I was homeless, and shout out to the homeless, the sexy homeless chicks in Atlanta. Shout out to a lot of the sexy chicks in Atlanta. Shout out to some of the homeless chicks in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still, even though you homeless, you still a man. You hear me? So, yeah. But you got to be very careful with them homeless chicks, guys. Very careful with the homeless chicks. You can weed them out. Weed out the homeless chicks. You got to know how to weed the homeless chicks out. Because a lot of them are sick, not only in their head, but sick. That's bad for you. Stop that now. Man, I am married now. Stupid. I'm not worried about no homeless chicks. Facts. That's what. And you are, like Carson Hawkins just said, you are a product of what you surround yourself with. When I got by myself and stopped asking homeless people questions, I could actually think for myself. I felt free. I felt free. I could find a good spot and just go to sleep and be peaceful. You know, because you need rest One of the worst things for a lot of homeless people is they don't get enough sleep because they're sleeping outside. Somebody always security coming moving you around, but somehow I maneuvered that for a long time. It was nights when I was at Doraville train station. I used to be in Atlanta at Doraville train station up all night sometimes. And sometimes before I knew how to maneuver, I would try to be up all night, and then next thing you know, I would go to sleep on the MARTA train. And then I don't be trying to go to sleep. But when you're homeless, when you see somebody sleep, don't think that sometimes they body shut down, bro. I'm on the train at 1 in the morning knowing that I'm not trying to go past this stop because I got guys who probably want to do things to me or something like that. Next thing you know, I'm asleep on the train with my bag between my feet, and I'm out probably snoring, slobbing on my, you know what I'm saying, out on the train. Oh, we got people in the comments hooking up down here. No father figure, huh? There we go. We got one of those demons, one of those black women demons coming in here. Not the good black woman, the demon. Have a great day, Earl. Have a good night. Lisa said you was in that situation for over 7 years. Your job on breaking that cycle. Oh yeah. And it wasn't easy. Like once you're homeless, like it can be very difficult to get unhomeless. Especially if you ain't working a job. Like, cause I didn't want to work a job for a long time. I used to be one of those YNs who thought that, I could come up with a pipe dream and it was going to happen and I was going to blow. And no, it never happened. But I done made more money in my life. I remember I made like 60, 70 grand last year. You know what I'm saying? I made about 60, 70 grand last year from working a job. And I'm like, dang, I could have been making this type of money the whole time. Like, I could have been making money and living. And I'm out here just wasting my time sleeping outside, bro. Yeah. And a lot of dudes, y'all don't want to work, go to work. You're going to end up just like that. You just didn't have the right environment to have a mentor to guide you. Then facts. These are facts. I don't know why my phone not charging. But guys, I'm about to get up out of here. I hope you guys subscribe. If you guys want me to stay, send a gift or a super chat. Other than that, I gotta shoot like 2 more videos, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Get ready for work in the morning. I'm gonna call it a night. Yes, the 9 to 5 is easier and stable, but also pursue your biz goals to just get a mentor who's successful to guide you. These are facts. Lisa kind of came through, dropped straight facts today. Straight facts. Who just sent the gift? Who sent the gift? So, Lozy Deanna sent a flower. I appreciate the flowers. Thank you. You got this. And blessings to your family. No, I gotta stay in here now. Like I had said, like Losi Dunn sent me some flowers. Like she done basically super chatted. So I gotta stay in here. You know, so I just gotta stay up a little later with you guys, you know. But it's all good. And guys, we're gonna be going live a lot more on this YouTube channel. You know, every day. I think I went live 2 times today when I was at work. I had one live that I think would have. Well, it was jumping. It was like a 22 minute live because I was on a break. 22 minute live, and it had the characteristic of a great live. Maybe you should do a series on how to survive homelessness in your story. And maybe one day I will. Trey Diggs said that was not jumping. Yeah, I hope you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also, make sure you guys become a member of this channel. You can become a member of this channel and gain all different types of perks and stuff like that. You know, we can collab or whatever. Yeah, guys, I am getting tired. I'm gonna make the executive decision to call it a night. I'm gonna make the executive decision to call it a night because I am 240 pounds. Like I'm huge. Like I'm not fat. You know what I'm saying? I got a big. It's mainly my stomach. You know, my stomach. Like when I stand up, I got this stomach that pokes out. You know, yeah, cause I've been eating too good. You know, like that's crazy. We come an uncle with a big stomach. Man, I'm gonna have to hit the gym. Trey Bro said what? Trey Bro said what? Make sure you guys thumbs up the video. She cooking right. Yup. Yup. This how you make it. This how you make a bunch of children, guys. If you get a woman and she cooking and y'all in love, then the babies come. This exactly how it is. You know, like I ain't like, you not starving. That's good. Nah, I'm not. I eat too much. And food getting so expensive. What did I spend? I was at work and went to the gas station and spun a dub. I was like, dang. Then I went back to the gas station and spent another. I'm like, oh. Then I had dinner waiting on me when I came home. So, if anybody else wanna donate to this channel, anybody else wanna support this YouTube channel, because we is about to call it a night. You know, if you can't donate, it's all good. You know, eventually, you know, God's gonna bless a lot of you guys with abundance. But you gonna have to put the work in. You can't just pray and expect it to come. You gonna have to put action in. You gonna have to put action in. If you don't put no action in, ain't nobody gonna do it for you but you. But guys, this is all I got for the video. Man, I appreciate everybody for stopping through. You know, I done met a lot of new people on these lives, and hope that the channel continues to grow. And I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next video. Over and out.